Husband has the last one. Absolutely absurd. Thank you, each and every one of you, for coming this afternoon and this evening to share what, for me and I think Amanda, has been an extraordinarily good day. And before I go on, I'd like to give thanks to Gregory, Patrick, and all the staff here at the Lounsborough. I highly recommend and I'm sure we'll get a discount on the final bill as a result. Actually, these brothers are really interesting, decent people, and it's been wonderful to plan this event together with Amanda and people who work here. I think in that particular respect we've been exceptionally lucky. Now, Howard has already alluded to my absolutely fanatical devotion to the Boston Red Sox. And those of you who don't know anything about baseball, and that's probably the majority of you, they're arch rivals of the New York Yankees, and I know there's at least one New York Yankees fan in the crowd this evening, but it's just an accident. Someone dragged him to Yankee Stadium first, rather than Fenway Park. I'm sure if he'd been to Boston first, his allegiance would be dramatically different. But I'm tempted this evening to quote one of the all-time greats of baseball, in particular the New York Yankees, a man named Lou Gehrig, who was known as the Iron Horse because of the extraordinary number of consecutive games he played, only to have his career mercilessly cut short by a debilitating disease. And when he said his farewell to a packed Yankee Stadium in the late 1930s, he said, "Today I feel I'm the luckiest man in the world." And I would echo those sentiments this evening in 2011, because Amanda is an extraordinary human being. Her beauty is self-evident to those of us who have eyes that can see. And she is also a great inspiration to me. And one small example of that was the fact I sang earlier. I haven't sung publicly except at karaoke for many, many years. I hope I sang rather well, but it's down to Amanda that I sang this evening. And others have already remarked that they've known me for 20 plus years and never seen me so happy. I am quite a miserable git most of the time. I think, again, that is a testimony to the effect that she has had on me since our early days together in January, February of 2009. And with that in mind, I'd like to pay tribute to our female witness, Kat, and my gratitude to her for the generosity she showed to Amanda at a potentially difficult time, and also the enthusiasm she showed from the get-go for our relationship. I'd also obviously like to thank Barry Walden, who was my witness. Barry is the co-chair of Camden Unison, and he has been an absolute rock since I became the branch secretary. And for those of you who don't have the misfortune of knowing about the structures of public sector trade unionism, that means he and Phoebe Watkins, who will be here later this evening, are my sort of right-hand man and left-hand woman. They are indispensable, and Barry is just an extraordinarily decent bloke, and I'm very, very privileged to count him as a friend. Not to mention the woman, and I won't do a Yorkshire accent, sat next to him, Mandy.
I'm well enough here, George.
I also, this is all very much reiteration, but I'd also like to thank Amanda's family, in particular Sue, for the incredible warmth and generosity, I've used that word at least 3 times so far, that she has shown from very early in our relationship. And I'm so very, very glad she was able to get here early last night. to enjoy the incredible comfort and the obscene pornographic wallpaper in the bed and breakfast, the Rose and Crown, just up the road. It's the Aubrey Beardsley, for those of you who know about such things, and I trust you don't, because I suspect you're in general quite an innocent crowd. I'd also like to pay tribute to Lowry. Enough has been said about her sort of rock and roll, perhaps goth stylishness, but hey, what the hell. She should milk it for all she's worth before her 13th birthday. Now, I'll turn to this table. Jackie, I really thought someone had come over from the RSC to do that Sorley MacLean reading. Of course, you do have Scottish ancestry, but I think that has nothing to do with the excellence of your performance. Although that's not quite right now. You're reading this afternoon at the ceremony. Bronwyn, I thought, an outstanding interpretation of Caliban's speech from The Tempest, and an even more remarkable performance on the ivories here. Great piano, and without Amanda's inspiration and Bronwyn's perspiration, I wouldn't have been able to deliver. Sheila, I know we're probably on polar opposites of the political spectrum, but you're a remarkable woman, and thank you very, very much indeed for your speech earlier, and also for the gallon of wine you poured me the first time we met. Actually, thank you very, very much indeed for the warmth you've shown me from May 2009 onwards. I'm sure there are other people whom I should be thanking by name, and probably I bored you sufficiently. The photographer extraordinaire. He's come all the way from the east of France to be here. No, actually, he's been here for a while, but he is from France, despite the name Daniel Taylor. There's so many Daniel Taylors in France, it's extraordinary. Oui, le songe.
Le songe.
Le songe. Peut-être. Probablement non. Anyway, enough of that. Some idiots with whom she works have purchased Eurostar vouchers, so we will be going to Paris in the near future. Chris, you look like something out of a Florentine Renaissance painting this evening. Congratulations. Anyway, félicitations. But anyway, enough of my bad French and my increasingly rambling, deranged speech. And finally, I'll finish by thanking Liam, for whom I can't say enough about his superior knowledge as a pub quiz team captain, and also as a friend with a musical taste that all too often is similar to my own, as you might find out later this evening. And thank you for bringing the video camera, even though the Android transmission did not go through to the United States earlier. That's entirely down to my family, who are just, aside from my niece, crawling into the 21st century. Thank you very much, Liam, for being an MC this evening, and I look forward to the DJ sets from Richie, from Arshad, from Liam, and from Kevin, as well as Ella. You are DJing, aren't you? Yes. And I look forward to the day when we have more women DJs at such events.
George!
I'm obviously at the wrong event. So thank you all very, very much for putting up with me and for being here tonight for Amanda, who is truly an extraordinary woman, and myself, who is very, very fortunate to be with her. Thank you.